You know that feeling when you walk into a room and the smell of sugar, butter, and spice hits you, and suddenly you're a kid again? That's Christmas magic. Because back in the 1960s and 70s, Christmas treats weren't just something you ate. They were an experience. They meant the holidays had officially arrived. Whether it was the clink of candy canes against the side of a mug, the crinkle of foil-wrapped chocolates in your stocking, or the sound of a cookie tin being popped open, those little moments made the season feel special. Hi, I'm your host, and this is Stuff We Loved. Today, we're unwrapping the sweetest memories of all. Those classic Christmas treats we looked forward to all year long. Some homemade, some store-bought, some gifted in fancy tins. All unforgettable. Let's take a trip back to the kitchen, the candy dish, and that special time when Christmas sweets meant love, family, and pure joy. Let's start where most of our memories do, right in the kitchen. For many of us, the holidays began with the sound of cookie sheets clanging, the scent of butter melting, and maybe a little dusting of flour on the countertop. If you were lucky, your mom or grandmother would hand you the cookie cutters. Those metal ones shaped like stars, snowmen, trees, and bells. You'd press them into the dough, and she'd let you add the red and green sprinkles on top. Sugar cookies were the star of the show. They were rich, buttery, and perfectly crumbly. Some of the cookies were dipped in chocolate. Others sprinkled with sugar. And when they came out of the oven, golden and warm, they didn't last long. There was something simple and pure about those cookies. You could smell them baking from down the hall, and that scent told you it was officially Christmas. Then right next to them on the table, gingerbread men. Not the perfectly decorated ones you see online today. No, these were homemade. Some were uneven, and sometimes some gingerbread men had a missing leg or eye. But they were still full of charm. Some of us helped make eyes and smiles with white icing. And there was enough molasses used to make your house smell like Christmas Eve. And then there was the candy. Oh, the candy. Remember white nougat candy with red and green bits of jelly inside? You either loved it or hated it, but you couldn't escape it. This seasonal candy showed up in countless candy dishes across the country. Sweet, chewy, and a little bit odd, but oh so festive. And there was another unique candy favorite. Ribbon candy. Waves of sleek, silky, sugary confection in Christmas colors were a special treat that added decorative flair to any holiday treat table. If your household had one or more candy dishes, it was filled with classic holiday hard candies. These candies had different shapes, colors, and flavors. Among this mix were pillowy, light oblong-shaped striped candies. And those round candies, in red, green, and yellow colors, with a cute flower design in the center. You may have also looked forward to raspberry-flavored candies that resembled actual raspberries. Some of these had soft raspberry centers, making them doubly delicious. And who could forget the box of fancy chocolates? You know those chocolates that came in gold foil boxes or holiday-themed boxes? Inside were milk and dark chocolate pieces filled with caramel, coconut, orange cream, chocolate cream, vanilla cream, raspberry cream, or nuts. You'd take a bite, realize it was the weird fruit-filled one, and quietly put it back. Or you'd sneakily leave it sitting somewhere else because throwing it away in front of adults wasn't an option. We all did that with the ones we didn't like. And somewhere, maybe on the coffee table, there was a big round holiday popcorn tin divided into 3 flavors: cheese, caramel, and butter. You'd start off promising to eat just a little, but somehow by the end of the hour, the caramel section was nearly gone. And your fingers were sticky. Those tins were everywhere. You'd see them on porches, at school, and under the tree as gifts. And when the popcorn was gone, they'd be turned into storage containers for things like Christmas ornaments or sewing supplies. So why were these treats so special and so universal? A lot of it comes down to the post-war boom of the 1950s and 60s. Families were growing. Home baking became a holiday tradition, and companies realized that packaging sweets in festive designs was a marketing goldmine. Brands like Brax, Russell Stover, and Whitman's were household names. They sold nostalgia even when it was brand new. And baking was about more than just the food. We appreciated all the effort that went into making home-baked treats with every delicious bite. Family members would spend hours making cookies to give away to neighbors, co-workers, or that one family friend who always showed up unannounced with their own tin of treats. There was also comfort in knowing that you could expect to enjoy these goodies each holiday season. The same recipes, the same smells, the same tins, year after year. Those little rituals built our Christmas memories, and that's why we look back on those times, sometimes wishing we could go back and experience it all again. And of course, the 1960s and 70s brought some truly unforgettable sweets. Chocolate cherry cordials were a big one. You'd bite into that glossy chocolate shell, and whoosh, out came that syrupy, sweet cherry center that was either divine or a complete sugar bomb. There were actually 2 kinds you could enjoy: chocolate cherry cordials with red sugary syrup, or cherry cordials with milky pink syrup. You may have preferred one version over the other. Somehow there was always a box of them under the tree. Then there was peppermint bark, a treat that felt fancy back then. Layers of tasty chocolate or white chocolate were sprinkled with crushed candy canes and shaped into delicious, creamy, and crunchy pieces. It was simple, but elegant. And if someone gave you a tin of it, you knew they had good taste in holiday candy gifts. Let's not forget holiday nuts and pretzels. These holiday treat staples were usually salted, sometimes covered in chocolate, and always presented in a shiny tin. You'd see them at every Christmas party, right next to the cheese ball and Ritz crackers. And speaking of cheese, do you remember those meat and cheese gift boxes? They came from companies like Hickory Farms, and they were the go-to holiday gifts for dads, bosses, and uncles everywhere. Inside neatly packed boxes were little summer sausages, wedges of cheddar, blocks of pepper jack, and tiny jars of mustard. It was the kind of snack you'd eat while wrapping gifts or watching a movie. And, of course, the holidays wouldn't be complete without pies and cakes. There was always someone baking a classic apple or cherry pie. The dessert selection may have also had a coconut cream pie topped with toasted coconut flakes. If you were lucky, you would get to enjoy a chocolate cream pie with a mile-high layer of whipped topping that everyone fought over. Oh, and those special Christmas cakes. They made beautiful dessert centerpieces with their white frosting and decorative icing accents. And those baked treats that lasted a bit longer, They were often part of our anything goes breakfast the next morning. Because in the 60s and 70s, leftovers were fair game. A slice of leftover pie and a glass of milk the day after Christmas. Yeah, that was the good life. Looking back, those holiday treats were a symbol of togetherness. A way for families and friends to slow down, gather together, and share something homemade and delicious. Or, for those that didn't want to bake, share goodies bought at the supermarket. There was joy in our enjoyment of the simple things. A tin of popcorn shared while watching a Charlie Brown Christmas on TV. A candy cane tucked into your Christmas stocking. A cookie plate left out for Santa with a few cookies missing before morning. Even today, when we see similar treats on store shelves, the red and green sprinkles, the foil-wrapped chocolates, the fancy candy boxes, it feels like time traveling. Back to a world that was slower, softer, and full of genuine holiday spirit. So maybe, this year, bake those sugar cookies again. Pick up a tin of popcorn or a box of chocolate-covered cherries. You'll once again get to relive the memory that comes with enjoying those holiday treats. Because those treats remind us that Christmas can be oh so sweet. So tell me, which of these Christmas treats do you remember best? Was it the gingerbread men? The popcorn tins? Or those cherry chocolates you swore you didn't like but kept eating anyway? If this brought back memories, like subscribe and share this video with someone who still believes Christmas should taste like sugar. Nostalgia and love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Until then, may your memories be warm, your cocoa be sweet, and your cookie tin never be empty.